Have you ever felt that no matter what you do, you cannot get ahead of your debt? The reason might not be you, it might be the debt myths that you have had all your life. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 myths that we've all heard that are maybe keeping us stuck, or maybe they're keeping us in debt longer than we shouldn't. Myth number 1 is, I will always be in debt. So many people think that being in debt is normal, and that's what we've been sold, that it's normal to have a car payment, it's normal to have student loans, it's normal to have mortgages, credit cards. But the truth is, the debt that we put ourselves through is a choice that each one of us make. It is possible to live debt-free life and without debt. Love Dave Ramsey or hate him, he's helped millions and millions of people be debt-free, and it is possible for people to live debt-free lives. Myth number 2 is, you need a high income to pay off all your debts. This myth is so common. Like, a lot of people think that, oh, I will always be in debt because I am not making 6 figures. I'm only making bare minimum and I will always in debt. And I think that most of us, if we are asked, fine, we get into debt because of some circumstances, but we can be able to get out of debt even when we're making as little money as possible, because it's not about how much money that you're making, it's about the behavior. Can you manage the little that you have? If we cannot manage the little that we have, how are we going to be able to manage the much that we get? Because if you say that debt, you're not able to get out of debt because of the amount of money that you're working. I have seen people that are making 6 figures or even multiple 6 figures, but yet they're in consumer debts. They are living way, way, way beyond their means. And it's not that they don't have the money, they do have the money. So it's not about how much money that you're making, it's about the choices that you're making. Myth number 3 is that I cannot save while I'm paying off debt. This is far from the truth, because it can be done. You can do both, because without savings, if something happens and you're paying all your debts and then something happens, then that wipes out every single thing that all the effort that you were working on all this time. So make sure that you are saving, and it's possible to save, even if it's a little bit, even if it's $25 or $50, where you're still paying off debt, or the amount of money that you have allocated to pay debt, the extra debt, let's say it's $100, you can do for just a short time 50-50, and the 50% goes to paying off debt and 50% goes to savings. And I know there's a school of thought out there that you should not even try to be saving while you are paying off debt, that you need to pay off all your debt before you start saving. But what if something happens? What if you have an emergency or a car repair that you need to repair and you don't have something? So you can do both of them. Myth number 4 is that making minimum payments is enough. And this is far from the truth, because when you make minimum payments, and let's say on your credit cards, you're just keeping your account current and nothing else. And especially with now these days with interest rates at 15%, 20%, 30, even 30%, most of the time you're gonna find out, like, if you're just paying the minimum, you're gonna end up being in debt forever. And credit card companies love that idea, because they will even show you the minimum. Let's say you have $5,000 that on a credit card, they will tell you that the minimum due is $25. How long is it going to take you? And yet the interest rate is 30%. How long is it going to take you? It's going to take you 20 plus years to pay for that. But yet, who is happy? They are happy because they're making money on the interest. And yet, on the other hand, we're saying that, you know what, I'm making the minimum payment, I don't need to do extra, So make sure that you're not just paying your minimum payments on your credit cards, and that you're adding something, because even if it's $25 or $50 extra, at least you're cutting down on the principal, and you're paying, even as you pay the interest. So make sure that you're not just paying off the minimum on your credit cards, because you're enriching the credit card companies. Myth number 5 is that it's okay to be in debt for the things that I deserve. That is far again from the truth, because I'm not going to say you don't deserve anything, but it's a lie that we have been sold that, you know what, YOLO, you live only once. But guess what? You are enslaving yourself and you're not setting yourself up for success, because when you tell yourself that you deserve that vacation, you deserve that new car, you deserve those new shoes, you deserve whatever you deserve, whatever you're telling yourself you deserve. Because most of the time we say, you know what, I have worked all year long, I have worked so hard, I deserve this. If you deserve it, then you don't need to put it on a credit card. You need to save for it, and you need to be smart about it. Instead of going into debt for the things that you deserve, plan for those things instead of just going and swiping your card and saying, you know what, only one, I only live once. So that's a lie that we have been told, that, you know what, we deserve it. We deserve it. There's a flyer that I saw the other day from Mrs. It's almost my birthday, and they're sending me this flyer telling me that I deserve it. It's my birthday. Come to them, swipe my card. And I'm like, oh, really? I deserve it? So this myth, we have to bust it, because yes, we deserve the things, but guess what? We need to save for them. We don't have to get into debt because of the things that we are telling ourselves that we deserve. So make sure that maybe you have a sinking fund where you are like, you know what? I need to be saving for these things. So remember, debt is not a long life sentence, and we don't have to live in debt all our lives, because debt is a wealth killer. Because what could we be doing with all the money that we're paying to these companies, and especially the consumer debt? How much wealth can we create for ourselves, our children, our children's children, instead of enriching these companies that we're enriching with all the interest that we're paying them with our debts? So let's bust all these myths and let's start creating wealth. Let me know in the comments, what are some of the myths about debt have you heard, or what the ones that I talked about, which one of these have you believed and which one are you gonna break? Or which other ones do you know that you wanna share with the community? Let's help one another so that we can all walk in this debt-free journey and we can be able to create wealth for our families. Don't forget to like the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.